No, it's
Wait,
sound.
I had us muted.
You had us muted. It was a sign language version, people. It was a sign language version.
Should we start again? Ready, go.
Go. Man, I just don't know why it does it. It's one of them things on my computer. I think it's a graphics card. So we've got it all set up, all the bumpers done. We're about to ready to go. Press it, and then all of a sudden it says something about NVIDIA and AMD card. So I'm gonna have to look into it. It did do it before when I was doing it for the Sabs. Very, very strange, but we will sort it out. Thank you very much, people, for joining us on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. It is 3 Men and a Vape Show. I am joined by my wonderful co-host, the wonderful Salford Vapor. How are you, brother?
Not too bad, thank you very much. Not too bad. Still miserable old fat, but I'm not too bad.
You're not. Like Flat Cap said the other week, it's all a facade. Is that a word?
It is.
Facade.
It's just what's the
Yeah,
I
just
don't know what I
bullshit,
called it
that's
now.
what he's saying.
It's just a
It's just bullshit, that's what he's saying.
yeah. The Salford Vape is like his persona, isn't it? It's like, he's Dave and then he's Salford.
I think I did say to us once, we're gonna have to nick what they do on the Vape Stew for Nick from Daily Vape TV. They work out what sort of mood of what he's had at work. I think we should nick that. And I'm also joined by the wonderful Flat Cap Vapor. It's always a pleasure to see you, brother. How are you?
Very well, considering
Are you
everything.
good?
Keeping positive. That's my mindset at the minute. Keep it positive, because it's really difficult, isn't it? At the minute with everything, it's hard work. It's hard work. So,
Have you noticed a lot of the shows over the last couple of weeks? They've all been having internet problems. I wonder if it's anything to do with obviously everybody being on it.
Traffic on there. All the servers will be being hammered, won't they? Especially YouTube, because people will be uploading left, right, and centre because I think they've got a massive audience.
Yeah. A lot of streamers.
Did somebody said to me that they're going to be reducing? They're not going to have HD, or they're going to make it so you just go as standard on YouTube, and then you can have to choose to go to HD. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're doing the same with like Netflix and all the other streaming services. Apparently, I don't know if it's actually rolled out yet, but it seems like they're all reducing their quality for the time being. But don't blame them.
I think YouTube released a statement or something the other day. I'll have a little shout out in chat before we get going. You did it last week, Black Cat. I am on live chat. Make sure you're on live chat, people. Thank you very much for the cheeky bum wanks. It's always nice to have. Shane Gibson, nice to see you. Orion's Braces, hope you're looking after yourself, Alan. Flat Cap, you're in there. And you're in there as well, Salford. We have got Shane Gibson, Craig Campbell, Bill Richards, hope you're okay, brother. Tolmac, Dion. We've got Stuart Arrington, nice to see you, brother. Gav Evans, always nice to see you, brother. The wonderful Mama Vapes, what a dog. Nice to see you back in chat. Hope you're feeling okay. The wonderful Vaping Pasta, hope you've got your metal hat on. Mark and M, always nice to see both of you. Who else have we got in? Harry 48. I think that's about it. If I have Miss Vapes 87, nice to see you as well. Andy Harris. And I think that's about it. Oh, and the wonderful Gaily Bobs. Love to Gaily Bobs.
Have you done Dion?
Dion, yeah.
Dion.
We've got Paul Denby.
Pronounce
that name.
Denby.
Denby,
yeah.
Lovely. So we've got quite a few in chat. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
So what sort of week have you had, Salford?
As usual. I mean, for you, you're all on lockdown. I've been on lockdown for months, so it's no different for me. I'm just a trendsetter that you're all joining in on.
I like this magic trick he can do where he can talk but his mouth doesn't move.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
No, I'm getting that with you two as well, as if we're just breaking up a little bit every now and then.
Very weird.
Yeah, am I doing it to you as well, Salford? Sorry,
Yeah.
Flat Cap, am I breaking up to you?
Not as much as Salford was.
Yeah, I say yours has been all right. Yours did a little bit of it, but Salford seems to just keep freezing.
Yeah.
You're not frozen now.
So I can't do my chair back.
No, everyone
Everyone
can see that.
Out. Go on, son, get it done.
There's no back of it, it's chair dancing.
Sounded like Benny Vapes then. You're going discotheque. Yeah, Benny Vapes is
Cool.
doing his stuff after this. Make sure you go over there, the hashtag Fireman Sam. And have you had a good week then? Flat Cap stuck at home?
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, like, I'm just trying to keep positive vibes. It's difficult, isn't it? I'm worried about everything, work and money and all that kind of stuff, but just keeping positive. And yeah, I'm enjoying myself. There is a bit of a nice side to this that I don't have to do anything. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been it's very strange, but I'm enjoying it. I was decorating today actually, so yeah, it's probably a bad thing being at home. I'm to decorate all the time.
Yeah, they keep looking for jobs for you to do. But we were all saying that my sleeping pattern isn't the greatest anyway, but sleeping patterns have been terrible, haven't they?
Yeah, I didn't know it was Wednesday until about an hour ago when you messaged saying, right, the show tonight, boys. Oh no. Yeah, don't know what day of the week is.
It is, yeah. The weekend came and went, and I thought, I can't even remember Saturday. Because obviously we did the charity stream. That was absolutely fantastic. If anybody did watch that, I absolutely loved that. It was a brilliant night. Some brilliant challenges. How Sean got through that, because he thought he was dying halfway through that.
Oh, when he was on that machine.
The machine, and then also I think it was the noodles what did it.
Oh yeah.
Because he put a big bag of them Reaper chilies in it.
No, he put the whole bag in.
Yeah.
Instead of 3 tablespoons or whatever it was, he put the whole bag in.
Oh, and he says his stomach were in bits and he were being sick. And then they did them century eggs.
Well, the thing was,
they would it off right.
Yeah, carry on. Well,
sorry, no, you're right, go on.
No, so they did a lot of like the hot stuff early on in the evening. I was like, that's a bad idea. You still got 10 hours to go, and you're eating hot stuff at 9 o'clock at night. Madness.
I'd have started off with the jelly beans. That's what I'd have started off with.
Yeah, that was good.
And then they did that. What's it called? Is it strumming or stroman or something like that? That fish from Norway.
Strumming sounds
like mate. And Chris from True Vapor, he had that and he absolutely wretched. He was all the way through it. It was terrible for him, poor lad. Could you have done that, Flat Cap? Could you have? I'm not great. I'd have been boking before I'd even opened it.
I probably would have managed, but I'd probably be a little bit. I'm not much of a puker, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
not really. Yeah.
No, I am one of them people who tries not to be sick. But not good.
No.
Right then, Salford, what are you vaping on, brother?
As usual, the Adept kit, which is me all day, with Gaz's massively favourite tank on there.
I love it.
Gaz, I put a new coil in. It's a bad coil.
What, the same as the rest then? It's the most overrated tank ever made.
You love this tank, you know you do. You love the slide. With my own tobacco in, I'm on the Beckman 80 watt with the cube tank on top. With the last of the dinner ladies melon twist in there. And I'm on that. I reviewed the IPV. I reviewed it out of the box review with all the mistakes. That is just so uncomfortable to use. And I'm on my Stack Dreamer.
Ooh.
With
That's huge. That's it. It looks like a bit of copper piping, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it is a bit of copper pipe, really, isn't it? It's a bomb.
And I've got in that, I've got that the Future Juice butterscotch custard, and it's really nice, really nice. And that's it for me.
I'm not a dessert fan, me, on juices, but I don't mind them now and again, like after your dinner or something like that.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I'm on.
Over to you, guys.
Right, where do I start? I've got Salford's least favourite mod in the world, the Inikin. You want it, don't you? Chromara. The Chromara. I've got EH Pro's True Tank on that. That's my move to long setup for the evening. I've got some Congo Bongo in there.
It's a Congo Bongo.
Bit of fruitiness. Carrying on, I've got a very special coil in here. As you might have noticed, we've got the proper COILS logo on. John Devlin made me a very nice 4mm 5-core Alien for the Blotto. So I've
right.
got it set up as a single coil. It's an absolute belter. Come up, was it 0.29 in it? It was about 0.3. Absolutely beauty in there. And in there, I've got some of this blueberry cake and vape heads. I had a massive box come through today with about 700 ml of e-liquid from Vape Heads, which is really, really kind of them. So big shout out to Vape Heads. Thank you very much. Nice guys. You know what to do. So yeah, I've got some of that in there. Blueberry cake's very nice. I'm on the signature tips and Dovpo clutch with my greasy fingerprints all over it. And the keys
eating fried chicken.
yeah, keys Alexander on top of there, and I've just got some of my code red in that one, which I really like. This, I mean, I know you won't like it because it's a mech, Aiden, but
no, I like it.
For a single
one coming out from Dovpo, but it still hasn't materialised.
For a single, I've tested it against a couple of other mechs, single battery mechs, and it hits harder than any of them, which I never really got personally. I was like, well, there can't be that much difference. There is genuinely a difference. I can notice the difference between this and other mechs, single battery mechs. So that's absolutely brilliant. And last time on my Org Vape Drew gun, I've got some of the Congo Bongo in that as well. So that's pretty much what I'm vaping on.
What am I vaping on? I've got the Swag 2 with a little bit. Obviously, we're doing the search for the perfect spearmint. This is the Rodeo is coming out. It's from Amazon. This cheap as chips. That's coming out, I think, on Saturday. That one. And I've also got and the Swag's coming out Sunday. I've got the Hubble touchscreen Jobbity Dob from Vaptio. That's coming out on Friday, and in that I've got some spearmint, and I've also still got the Osman pod. I quite like this. The flavour from this is absolutely corking. The review's already out for that, and in that I've got some Pod Salts Mango Ice, and the review for that's out tomorrow. I'm very surprised at this, but you'll be able to see that in the review. But I quite like this as for a pod. It's quite nice, isn't it?
For what it is, yeah, definitely. For what it is and the price of it, it's a decent little kit, really.
£13 in the UK. The only thing that I didn't like about, like I said on the review, is they don't give you an extra pod.
Yeah. I don't like the fact you've got to buy whole pods as well. I'm never a fan. I want to just replace the coil. But
yeah, it'd be nice if you can replace the coil on it. I would have liked to have seen a bit bigger battery as well. It's only a 350 mAh. With the sort of weight to it, you could probably got away with a 500 mAh in there. Yeah. But for the price, you can buy a couple of them, can't you?
I'm wondering if they had about
cheap as shit.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they had like 100,000 spare kind of little modules kicking around and thought, oh, we'll just make a little ditty, because it's quite different of vape presso, isn't it? Like quality wise.
Yeah. Well, they've just got a new one. What's on its way out? Is it called the Extra? Have you already got that?
The Extra is on its way, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's right at the budget end, which I think is great that they're doing it. But I was just surprised. Because I'm sure you guys think the same. The build quality wise, Vapresso are pretty good for a mainstream company. And then I just thought the Osmo or Osmo was a little bit, but it is cheap, like you say. So, yeah,
£13.
Yeah,
a lot of people have said exactly the same. They thought the pod sort of market's coming to an end. They're going more like sort of like the AIO sort of style, aren't they? Like this. They thought the pod market had come to an end, but companies are still pushing them out, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, one thing that's good about it, let's say, being £13, it's the kind of pod that you could buy for a friend or have as a cheap backup. But you could buy it for a mate with a bottle of Nick Salts for less than £20, and they're on the way, and at least they're getting something from like a reputable brand, not some dodgy garage brand,
Yeah.
So,
I also thought, like I said in the review, take it to the pub. Like one of them, if you're just nipping out for a couple of hours, stick some Nick Salts in it. You're not going to be using it all the time. You can nip over, have a game of snooker, or if you're going to work or you're in the car and you don't want to use your main setup blowing big clouds or all like that, you can just have that in little glove compartment or your side bit of your door.
Yeah.
And you're getting your Nick that way, aren't you?
Yeah.
They have got a place. So, what should we go to first? We haven't even thought what we were going to go for. Are we going to go? Have you got a little bit of tech, Flat Cat?
Yeah, well, I've got a little bit.
Got a little bit.
Got a little bit. Yeah, it's still very quiet in the vape world, but there is.
You're right, Craig. When the pubs reopen.
There is a bit. The first thing I found, let me share then. Hope you can all see that well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I hope that comes
It's a
up.
lot bigger than what I could see last week.
Oh, you don't want to see that. That's us.
That's us.
Yeah, back to this. So the Smoran Ladon, the real all-in-one, which really caught my eye. But on the face of it, I was like, oh, that looks like quite a cool mod. Dual 18650. I think it goes up to about 225 watts. And then obviously there are your colours. Usual kind of mod spec, and then it's where you've got these coils and the tank and all that is quite interesting. So you've got a typical mesh coils, and then you've got an RBA which says it's a 2-in-1. So as you can clearly see, you can do mesh and round wire cores.
Ooh.
So look, and here, this is kind of showing you what's what and how that works. A lot of little interesting bits they've kind of put it all in. So it's the big AIO argument for me. Is it an all-in-one? Why? Because it's got an RBA that does mesh and round wire, or because it reckons it can do mouth to lung and dirty lung, or I don't know.
So what you basically do is just take the bits out of that and just swap them around.
Yeah,
So you're always going to have the same base and the same top.
yeah. So you can get your
You
stock
just
coils for it.
Change the deck around.
Yeah. So you can still get your stock coils, but then you've got this RBA which you can do mesh and round wire.
Wicked.
I think it looks all right as well. And the back, apparently, it's no fingerprints left. So once
No
you touch it,
yeah.
So maybe this is all cut glass, and you're going to cut your fingers and leave your fingerprints. Who knows? Who knows?
It's all right if you're going to commit a murder. Nobody's going to know you've done it because there's no fingerprints.
Yeah, and it's got what I really like, this battery balancing. I think the Aegis X had it. So if you have two batteries that aren't balanced, it will balance it. I really like devices that are doing that.
Great idea, that.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that looks pretty good, and it's nice to see a proper mod and tank that's new and that's coming out. So yeah, I'm quite interested.
It's been a while since Samoan have come out with something as well, hasn't it? I don't think they've had loads out just lately, have they?
No, not really. Not really.
That's all,
Apparently I'm frozen. Oh, apparently
well, I
That
guess
does
we
look
were
really
in
nice,
that.
that.
we're
Guys,
probably,
did you say they're calling that an all-in-one?
they are calling it an all-in-one. Yeah, this is a big all-in-one argument, you see. What it looks like they're calling it an all-in-one. Let's see,
Because it does mesh and ground wire coil.
yeah, it's
We're frozen, by the way, apparently.
yeah. I think because the whole screen's frozen. Can people see me scrolling through the website? It might just be that our faces are frozen. Tell what we do. We're back.
We're
What
back.
I'll move that to there. Sorry, folks. I think it's where I'm sharing and streaming, and it's
Are we back now, people? We're back. Like I said, I think Matty had the same problem, didn't it, on
yeah.
on Monday? I think a few people have. Again, I think it's just because what we're using.
Okay. Bear with me a couple minutes then. I've got another way I can share it, but I'm gonna have to add a window and things. Oh.
But yeah, that looks brilliant. That the whole look of the mod I quite like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not Salford. We're not getting that sort of stuff now, are we? It's all these AIOs, you know, like this sort of style, and also like your mouth to lung.
It's all pod mods, isn't it? We need some decent box mods coming out.
Yeah.
That looks alright. I quite like that.
Yeah, I do as well. I can't really think of the last time. Well, like when we've had a run of dual 18650s coming out, it's been like the odd one or two, hasn't it?
Has been a bit sparse. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to test something quickly.
I think the last
that's
time
why we carried on talking. I thought I'd leave you to. It is a nightmare sometimes, this streaming. A lot of people think you just get on there and do it, and it ain't. It's
no, that didn't work.
It didn't work.
I can't even window share it. It won't even let me window share. Oh dear. Let me try another one. I'll try another way. I mean, the next thing I was going to look at is I noticed your artery hat, Aidan, and I was going to talk about the artery PAL 18650.
Isn't it? Is that the nugget or?
No, it's a new artery PAL 18650 mod, but I really want to show it to people, so I'm going to try and.
So it's not like the one that we got with.
Isn't it a pod though on top?
Guys, you're a
Gaz.
noob. I'll try and bring
Is
it
that
up
one?
because I have not a lot of experience with the artery power kit, so I want to try and bring
It
it
isn't
up
the one we got with the Kelpie, is it?
with a kelpie.
Yeah, I got the one with the Kelpie like that.
Oh yeah, but they're going on about it like it's brand new. Well, you've had that for a while then.
Yeah, I've already reviewed it, but it's still actually pretty good. I got 2 of them.
Oh, I got that wrong then, didn't I?
Oh no, it's quite nice though. They've changed with the coils as well, and they've changed the actual the pod the way it looks.
Because there's so many.
I actually called this one the parrot. It does look, for some reason I called it the parrot.
The parrot. Because I get confused with the PALs because obviously there's the PALs and there's a PAL 2, there's a Pro kit, there's a PAL 18650 kit. It was on the Archery website. It says what's new and what's not, and is it the Archery?
I do look
PAL?
a bit wonky. I don't know why we're wonky.
We'll just do like this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why that's not sharing. That's really annoying.
Just try it again to see if we freeze up.
Let's move this over to here again.
I see you, Dylan Brewing, all the way from Ireland. Hope you're okay, brother. The wonderful Tinternet, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, dearie me.
Jenny, hello.
You see, we seem to have like leveled out a little bit. We're not so right. People, tell us if we are frozen.
We're back to
Yeah,
one
that's.
on three.
Oh,
There we go.
How's that?
No, we're frozen. We can see it here, but they can't see it on
stream.
Yeah, so when
That's-
we're frozen.
Very weird.
isn't it? It's probably just a little bit too much for the internet. We're for some reason now we've gone absolutely clear. No frozen.
Yeah. So basically, guys, there's some new stuff coming out. You have to go and find it for yourself. yeah. There's some stuff. They're making stuff, and yeah, you can buy it soon.
Yeah.
I've been trying to dig out some information on the Geek Vape pod kit as well, but it's still a little bit sparse. Exactly what that is. Obviously, the artery stuff then isn't as new as I thought it was, but that Smoant Ladon definitely caught my attention. So
Yeah, that looks really good. And like we said, it's been a while since we've had them sort of Gaz screenshot it and share. I think we'd probably have the same. We'd have the same. But yeah, the actual the PAL, it came out. I think it's not been released long. How long's the Kelpie been out? The RDA.
The RDA, when did it
Couple of
come out?
months, isn't it?
Yeah, was it end of last year?
Yeah. So it's a couple of months it's been out, and that come out about a few weeks after it, but we all got it at the same time. I love the bit of kit. I quite like the PALs. I've reviewed all of them. I wasn't too keen on the pen that come out.
No, I never tried that. I haven't really tried any of the.
I had the Archery Pal 2. I didn't like the flat end on it, so I was glad they changed it back to a round bloody mouthpiece because the other one was crap.
Well,
Give it away on the channel.
I'm going to try one more thing. Are we ready?
Try one more thing. I like this testing.
Yeah, this is just a practice show. No one, no one's. Right, everyone. Can you see this? I'll wait for everyone. So I've basically brought up the Smarant again. We'll talk about that.
Yay! It's working. I can see it.
Right, I'll go through it very quickly. It's got a tank. It's got a dual battery mod, 225 watts. Yeah, that's about it.
How have you done that then?
I've just done a display capture through OBS. So rather than sharing through Zoom, I've just done a display capture on OBS.
Well, that's all right. Vaping House says it's ugly. I don't think it was ugly. I think it looked pretty good.
It does look a bit plastic fantastic, doesn't it, though?
It's a bit bulky and all these ribs and stuff on it. And
What's it made out of?
That's what we need to know.
let's find out. Zinc
If
alloy
it's like
and
the tough
leather.
and plastic, then it's
Zinc
just a little
alloy.
bit like this Hubble.
Was
It looks
SUS
plastic.
304?
Zinc alloy, is it? Zinc
Well, it's a
alloy.
zinc alloy.
What's SUS 304? Is that some kind of
Stainless steel.
304 and
Give
then
away putting stainless steel, yeah.
and leather. So you would assume zinc alloy. Maybe that's leather then on the front. Yeah.
But maybe that's the stainless steel, that mesh part.
USB Type C as well, which is as much as it's amazing and brilliant because it means you can charge your phones, but at the same time, you don't really want to be charging your batteries in the device anyway. So it's a bit of a
No.
um,
It's the same as this X Hubble I've got here. It's 3 amp charging.
oh, there's one other thing. It's not new tech, but I was just talking about it before. How have I not seen this before? The Blade mod, dual 18650, dual 2700, dual 21700. Everyone's raving about having dual 21700 mods, and this one's been out for a long while.
Hell of a long while.
Yeah.
At least 14 months, at least.
So I don't know how I've missed this one. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know what it's size-wise. Oh, there you go.
It's fairly big.
It's fairly big, I suppose. When you look at the latest dual 21s that come out, they're pretty... So, yeah. How do I get rid of this, then?
Yeah, how do I get back out of it?
You got a little eye next to it on
What?
your...
Balls
yes.
up.
Just click the eye on it and shut it off.
What balls up? Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what was going on with that. It's okay if you've got OBS and I'm sharing and you're streaming it, then it's fine. But I think if I'm
Yeah, I think it's taking a bit more of the bandwidth up with it. It's like now I don't know what you've done, but we seem to be a little bit better and not so jerky either. But like we said, we're at a time at 8 o'clock at night where people are watching and streaming, and kids are on the PlayStations, and it's. I think, but like you said, I think it works better if, like, obviously I'm streaming and you're then showing it afterwards.
Yeah.
And just going on to that, I do like. There's been a few mods out there that have done the options of different batteries. If you look at like the Vaptio Vex, that did it where you could have an 18650, a 21700, 2700. Also the Cold Steel 100, that did it where you could do it the same. I do like that options of batteries. I think it's good.
Yeah, definitely.
It was like the Aegis when they did that 2-in-1. If you look at the actual bottom of it, I'll just open this up. This is an 18650. Very, very. Trust me to drop stuff. I'm really good at that. Really underpowered. But if you look at the size of the actual hole where you put your 18650, have I got a, and then you look at a 21700. 21700. It's not that far off if you can see. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
If they went a little bit bigger, it'd have fitted it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it would have made it a hell of a lot better. Obviously, you can have that in swamp mode as well. But I don't know why people aren't making it more 21700s.
Yeah, you wouldn't have complained about the size difference because at the end of the day, you can fit a 21700 in there.
Yeah.
You know.
And then still obviously have the converter or that little plastic thing you put on top of your your 18650, which because I still think that, like I said, that's underpowered.
Yeah.
You get halfway down it and you're getting probably about 30 watts out of it.
Yeah. A single 18650 is just they haven't got the balls, have they?
No, it's not bad in these like pod systems.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad in like something if you had it like this or the A thing like Matty did. I think they're pretty good for that.
Yeah.
But for mods that sort of size, I think the 21700 is a lot better.
Well, even some of these pod mods that are external batteries, but they fire up to like 80 watts. Single 18650s don't like anywhere near 80 watts.
No.
They just can't manage it, can they?
No. If you're gonna have anything, you'll have to have something like the Mark tank from. I still think that's absolutely cracking. I haven't bought any more coils for it. I'm gonna have to get some more coils for it. It runs lovely at 30 watts. From who was it from? The Mark tank. Did you review that? Yeah, it was from
The Mark tank.
Sigelli. And it was a mesh coil, but you could run it at 30 watts, and the clouds were for days, and the flavour were brilliant from it. 30 watts.
30 watts. Battery for days then.
Battery for days.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to do with the deals. Should we go on to the deals? We can't play the bumper
Yeah,
because it's not coming from me. So shall we have a look at these deals? I think you should be all right, Dave.
The bargain bin, yeah, we'll go and share and we'll find out, won't we?
It's a deal, Salford. See, I'll do it. I did the voice for it.
Let's move us.
Get your money out, people.
Is it going to come on screen? That's just a thing.
Yeah, it's working beautifully here. I've just got to
Yeah.
move that. Sorry, proper calls. I've got to,
Can you all see that?
I'm only seeing part of it, but.
bear with me. It's being.
The Vupu.
There we go.
Is it Finch?
It's the Finnick, isn't it?
Finnick?
Yeah, the Vape Finnick 20 AIO kit. That's on, what's it called? Lawless Vape Shop at the moment. There's not many deals about, so what I've got is probably the last of the deals that I can find for now. Yeah, it's a bit on the lines of the OBS one. It's a bit on that sort of line. Does 2 coils. I was at 1.6 and a 6.6. You know, it's all right for a little shove in your pocket jobby if you want to spend a tenner.
Yeah, it's like something like Vaptio would come out with, you know, like the
the Tyro.
Yeah, or the F2 or the Solo.
Yeah, there's loads of them in there. So we'll move on to the next one, again at Lawless, and this is again. Is it going to catch up with me? Again, it's on their bargains, and it's the Og Vape Tug Life Pod Vape kit.
I've actually got that. You know what's really funny? They call it Tug Life. You know, to try and get that actual pod out of it.
Yeah, you have to tug the fucking life
honestly,
out.
Trying to get the pod out of it is an absolute nightmare. It's a really nice vape, but the only trouble is when you've got it in your pocket as well, if you look at the bottom, it looks exactly the same shape as the top.
Yeah.
So you end up trying to suck through the USB port.
Yeah, and it's only a 300 mAh battery as well on it. But,
yeah. But the flavour from it is really good.
You need to get a Sharpie out and just put an arrow on what end.
Yeah.
Just an arrow and just put suck.
Yeah, it's actually here behind back of me. So yeah, it's you end up thinking, why is that not working? And I'm trying to get a drawer out the back of the USB port. Yeah,
well, it's not bad for a $5.
No,
no, not at all.
We are scraping the barrel for bargains at the moment.
What, the bottom of the bargain barrel?
Oh yeah. What we haven't already put on is not worth putting on, basically. And we'll move on to the next one. Again from Lawless Vape Shop, and it's the Iniken Bastion Lift Box for $11.99.
That looks like it's a money box.
a lift box.
The lift box, yeah. And they've only got it in the 2 colours, like. I've never had it, so I don't know what it's like. It was out fair time ago now, about 8 months, maybe. And I don't know if anybody's had it.
Does it come with a tank then, or is it?
No, I don't come in a tank.
I can't even work out what's going on in that image.
I can't work it out either.
Yeah, it's got like this sort of top that fits on, hasn't it? That looks like it screws down on something. But I don't know if that's covered in the 510 or what have you. People have to go out and have a look for a review for it. I've never had it, so I don't know what it's
Yeah,
like.
it looks really weird, doesn't it? Is it a little bit like the PAL, or is it actually a swanker, or?
I think it's a squonker type. I think it must have some sort of way of pumping it up. You know, like the other thing.
Darren Robert says it's for a Swank RDA.
Swanking RDA.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
$11.99 though. You can't moan at that, can you?
no squonk box. As I say, really deep down in the bargains, trying to find them at the moment. And we'll move on to Vape Deals. Vape Deals have got the Digiflavor Alex Vape kit in for $11.99. It's been out a while, hasn't it?
Hello, Grizzly.
Hey, Grizzly. It's single 18650.
I think it's built. Is it built in on this? I can't remember.
No, it's not built in.
No.
I quite like the look of that. Does it come with
I think I remember it coming out, but I don't remember anybody ever putting anything out for it.
2 mil disposable tank, single 18650.
Yeah, it's a disposable tank, innit? The Lumi. I know a lot of people out there don't like the disposable sort of size of it.
Oh, I don't.
38 watts. It has also got bypass variable voltage. And how much are it again?
$11.99.
Again, you can't moan at that. Something just to stick in car, take to work or something like that.
I think it's a bit ugly myself, but I don't suppose it's too bad. No, it's not one I'd ever buy. I don't know about you.
I say for work, it's not bad for the price. You're not bothered to use that, are you?
Yeah, if you're working on a job where you're about to drop things and damage them, it's not bad for.
Have you guys ordered from Vape Club before?
I haven't.
I have, and I don't know if I was partially pleased about it, but also it was annoying because I ordered something and then you have to send them a photograph of your ID to prove your age and verify it that way, which I think's good.
Verification.
Yeah. So rather than just popping in a fake date of birth on the login on the opening page when you're on the home page, you actually have to send them identification, which I thought was really good.
I don't think that's a bad idea, actually.
No.
No, I think it's brilliant.
On to the next one, because I think that's ugly myself. And we've got the Bandy Vape Berserker mouth to lung vape kit for $16.99. Which for the mouth to lungers isn't bad.
Well, the Berserker was really good. It came out at the same time as Richard's tank come out, the Berserker, didn't it? The Sabre, the Berserker mouth to lung come out at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know when this kit come out. I do remember it coming out, but I couldn't tell you when.
It's not a bad battery on it either, 1,100 mAh.
No, yeah. It don't look a bad kit, to be honest.
And I tell you what, you don't normally get on them sort of stuff is the adjustable airflow, do you? You normally just get a standard airflow. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, but it's got the Berserker tank on top, hasn't it? So it's going to have that airflow for the mouth to lung.
People still use that.
At 17 quid for the mouth to lung, and I don't think that's too bad. Just shooting about with.
Evening, John.
Nicely, John.
So let's move on to the next one, and I think we're on Vaping 101 here, and we've got that what I bloody well reviewed out of the box and got totally wrong. $9.99. I don't think it's bad. I think it's horrendous myself. But that's just my opinion. Honestly, across that top, that I hate duckbill bloody mouthpieces, but this one is so uncomfortable because it's a zinc alloy top, and you've got a bar right across the top of it, and your lips are sitting against a sharp edge, basically.
I was talking to Matt and Pud about that a few weeks back, and I said, "Oh, do you know what? I haven't actually reviewed it." And I said, "I thought I'll have a look." So I got it out of the box, and I'm fiddling around with it. And Matt goes, "Well, what you need to do is you need to make sure you put it in this way. Then you got to click this button 3 times. And then you got to turn that around. Then you got to press, and then you got to stand on your head." And oh, this is
yeah. Oh, the 5-click, 3-click thing on it is so fucking confusing. It's unbelievable.
It's got a Yeehee chip in it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why it's so confusing. It really is confusing. I suppose it's all right for the tenner. I wouldn't have bought it myself. This was sent to me as a part of my Christmas present from the lovely Geordie Vape or Lee McLaughlin.
How much of them Yeehee chips to buy online? If that pod's cheaper than the chips, you could buy a load of the pods and then flog the chips.
Chips out of it. Yeah, but you still have that fiddling about with a 3-click, 5-click.
Yeah.
What's the 3 clicks? Obviously, the 5 clicks is to turn it on and turn it off.
Right, you'd think so. But you can click it on 5 times, click it 5 times again, and it won't do anything. Click it 3 times, and you get the lights turning it off. And you're like, oh, a minute, that's not right. Because you want to click it 3 times to change the output wattage from the high power to medium power. And oh God, it's just so confusing, it's unbelievable. But for the tenner, if you like to mess about,
we've really sold that one, haven't we?
One for you.
We've really sold that one.
Let's move on to the last one, and this is for the mech heads. So it's not going to be cheap, but it's cheap if you know what I mean. Right, so we've got the Viking mech mod designed by Arkham Mods in Sweden. This is a real lovely hard-hitting mech mod. It's at 50 quid at the moment. Vape put it out there for them. So for the mech heads,
Oh,
if you've got 50 quid spare.
comes in a wooden box.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Amazing.
I love it when they come in boxes like that.
Yeah.
There we go. It is a hard-hitting mech mod as well.
Oh, and you get a string vest as well.
I stopped wearing them because once I didn't pull it up when I went to the toilet and I ended up shitting chips.
You know what? It amazes me how many mech mods come with a string vest these days.
You just need a can of Stella and you're sorted.
Well, for its price, I don't think that's a bad mech mod at all.
No.
Yeah, it looks really nice, that.
Yeah. It's so
It's all
hard
copper.
hitting, though. It's really is an hard hitter, that one.
Mm.
And that's it, guys. That's it for the scraping of the barrel of the bargain bins from.
Mate, some good bargains there.
You know, I'd have preferred other stuff. I've just got to deal with what I've got, and that is it.
No, well done, mate. That was the deals. I don't know if any of you are going to be spending your money, especially on the Yee one. By the sounds of it, it sounds very, very.
That's a funny screen.
Yeah, I knew we'd go potato.
Did we go potato?
We're back. No, we just went Diddy. Yeah.
We know the Diddy men.
It's one of the weeks. You get them. You get them.
Yeah. It'll be alright. Can I?
Can you what?
Sorry, I was too busy
Yeah, you can.
doing. We keep freezing now.
Do I?
Yeah. Can I
Well,
show?
it happens that, ladies and gentlemen. You get these technical problems. You just keep talking, we'll be all right. As long as
Yeah.
I can keep hearing this, that's the main thing. We have got proper coils in there, ladies and gentlemen. He is a channel sponsor of mine, and also Flat Cap and Pud Puff. You've got a choice of codes. What's your code, Flat Cap?
Flat Cap 10. This is a series alien. I wanted to show everyone these because they're absolutely. If it will focus,
Focus, damn thing, focus.
it won't. Look at that. Series alien.
Ooh.
Absolutely
These
beautiful.
are really, really good coils. You can't see that because it's too light. Also, they clean up so well, don't they?
Yeah. I just
Run it
use
on
a little brush. I've got a little metal brush somewhere. Give me a little brush and yeah, they come up good as new.
They do look like new. I don't even use one of them brushes, but they're a good idea. I run it under the tap, burn it off, just scrape it, and they come up, like I said, but like brand new. You can use little bro vapes as well, 10, and you'll get 10% discount off it as well. They're all handmade all the way from Ireland. So yeah, really, really Zoosex.
He's got the Zoosex out. Yeah, I was winding him up earlier because I got my Zoosex out.
Zoosex.
Zoosex.
What was you mentioning while I'm going to talk about that? About what were it? We were talking about that Yeehee. You were mentioning something, and I was thinking, oh, that's quite a good topic. I can't remember. I'll tell you one of the topics I was going to talk about was obviously the shops are all shut and bits and bobs. I know Mark, my brother, spoke a bit about this on his show on a Thursday night. Do you not think that vape shops are an essential shop?
Very good question. That's the big
They're
argument, isn't it?
essential for vapors, aren't they? They're not essential to everybody else.
But obviously, if somebody's trying to quit the ciggies, and they can't get the coils, they can't get the back onto the cigarettes.
I think what's great is the fact of the matter is you're not really supposed to leave your house unless you absolutely have to. And one of those reasons is shopping, and I'm sure you guys have had it locally to you, but most people, if they're ordering online, they might order from your typical online retailers, but all my local brick and mortars are doing home deliveries free of charge. And I think that's absolutely brilliant, and they're going out of their way, and it's costing them fuel and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's just the way they're going to have to do it. I don't think there's going to be any legislation coming in tomorrow kind of thing to say, all right, vape shops can stay open. And even if they were open, there's not that many people on the street in town. So is it really going to make much of a difference if they are all got their doors open?
Well, I know Vape-wise Bolton, they're doing a booking system for Friday, so that people could go out shopping, could come into the shop at a time they've booked. So some shops are getting around it that way, so they're getting one person at a time with booked times. I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah. Well, Irish just said that off licenses are open. Obviously, they're not. It's a mad world, isn't it?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then yeah, vape shops should be open. But I think vape shops have just gone with the way things are, haven't they? And they're just,
I think if people had took the alcohol off the street, I think there'd be a lot more rioting if they said you can't get it from your local off license. You've got to think about poor old Betty who sat at her house, who doesn't use the internet, and she's got a little pen style, and she normally calls down and gets a couple of 10ml bottles. But yeah, if the vape shops are doing that and actually going and delivering it, I think that'll do their business a hell of a lot of good when it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, but like you say, there's those people that probably don't use the internet, or and they're in the habit of popping to their vape shop, getting their coils and their juice, and so they're the ones that are gonna struggle. Yeah, it's tough. I think some vape shops are just ignoring what people are saying. They're just staying open, aren't they? But because I think Big D's been open. I don't know how he's getting away with that, but I think
Big D's doing from 10 till 2 though,
and he's only one customer at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've remembered the topic. We spoke to Mark from Nature Vapes about this. Obviously, kids going into vape shops and stuff like that. And I remember, obviously, Chris from Empire had somebody from Jewel who was actually of age in this country.
Yeah.
And they tried to get him done that sort of way. And I did speak to Mark about how can you tell if it's a child, if he's using a prepaid credit card, stuff like that. Obviously, in the US, exactly like what you said, like the Vape Club did. I remember Iggy Sigs, I won a code from them and I had to send them, it said to send ID, and I didn't know what I had to do, so I just took a picture of myself and sent it. So
Selfie!
Selfie, I look old enough, I've got white hair, you know what I mean? I'm old enough by far. But do you think this should be something that's brought in for legislation and said, look, for you to buy stuff online, because it's all save the kids sort of thing. Do you think they should actually maybe come up with it that you're going to have to either put your driving license, passport, or your student card or whatever to actually show that you are that age?
Yeah, see, so that worries me, putting documents like that over the internet.
True.
Yeah.
It's so easy to take that data straight away from them.
I think if you look at the way things are with phones now and fingerprints, and most phones now you use your fingerprint to unlock it, or you have that option. That's definitely, I mean, it is the Big Brother way, isn't it, in the day, where our fingerprints are stored on our bloody phones, and before you know it, the government have all our fingerprints on file. But
well, even some laptops had fingerprint readers on them and whatever. I mean, that'd be the way to go, wouldn't it? Really, either that or retina recognition.
Yeah, but then that that's really. That is the way to go.
The thing about it is, though, it's not that hard to, like if you fill in your information, they ask you what your date of birth is, and they ask you what your name is. So they've already got sort of the data of what's already on there. It's just that if it needs to be on a proper card with a hologram on it, obviously they've got your address. So everything that you're giving them, obviously if it's your passport or your driving license, you can have your driving license number and also your passport number. That's not a very good thing to have. Yeah. But if it's just like a normal ID card, because obviously we're all about the kids, wasn't it? It was all like there's an epidemic of these kids starting to vape and they were getting it online.
Yeah.
I know kids will get it wherever they want to, but obviously it's a lot easier just to put your date of birth. I know a lot of like the companies, they'll start off on June the 1st and then you have to just change the date. How many people go onto these sites and everybody's birthday is June the 1st, isn't it? But yeah, it's something I think they've got to look at.
Oh, definitely. I mean, how does it work in America? Because I watched a Jay Hayes video and someone would come in the shop and he couldn't serve him because they didn't have a card that he scanned.
ID card.
So they've got like scannable ID cards. All right.
Buy your irons.
Yeah, ideal for shops, but obviously online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you've got to think a lot of cities now have got face recognition. you're walking about and they're recognising your face.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. That's the bit that I feel very weird. Obviously, if you've not done anything wrong or all like that, but it's still, then they're tracking where you're moving and where you're going.
We'll do that from your mobile phone anyway.
Yeah, they'll do that from the mast. They know where, especially obviously if you're a pay as you go and you haven't registered it, it doesn't matter. But if you're paying your contract, they know it's you and where you've been and where you haven't been.
Yeah, anything mobile like laptops, phones, anything like that, and you're being tracked anyway to your location.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same with like if one of your kids is using your iPad or your tablet, and they go, "Oh, I just want to get this game," and you look at it for a second and go, "Oh right, yeah, but it needs adult verification or a password because it's not meant for kids, but it might be a kid's game," and then you're like, "Yeah, okay." And that is just as easy for kids to do that with anything online, really, isn't it? Oh, Dad, I want to buy this. Well, what's that? Oh, doesn't it work? Yeah, and they just punch it in. So,
how many kids have been given permission to buy the add-ons, and then the parents have got bills at 90
Hey, it happened here.
a time?
PlayStation. When he first had his PlayStation, and he wanted these V-Bucks for Fortnite.
Yeah.
And he went on to me, and I'm like, these are just it's virtual stuff, Daniel. It's not even a game. It's skins. But he wanted them. I think it was something like $7.99 for 1,200 V-Bucks, something like that. So I did it, and obviously I pay for his membership to PlayStation, so you can get free games and play with his friends. So anyway, I looked at my account, 20 odd quid had gone. I'm thinking, well, what's happened here? So I worked it out. What he'd done was he'd gone on and he'd bought it. I went, you can't do that.
Well, but kids don't understand that. They think when they've paid it once, every time they're offered, they go, yeah, and you're getting charged for it each time.
See, it's something, again, the game company need. I stopped that and I locked it so he couldn't do it. Another one as well, the kids, I put that Now TV. You know, the little box that you get? I thought, oh, that's brilliant. Now for the bedroom, you can get like a kids package for like $2.99 a month. I put that in there. So Fern's on there. She's going on the movies. She bought about 6 movies on it. I'm like, no. You know, oh no, that's the. I think we had the sports. So she bought all the packages. Oh, Fern.
My son did similar. He borrowed my Kindle one day, and he was sitting there on Amazon trying to find a little watch, just like a little kid's watch. Paid no attention. The next day came, and I looked, and I've got £127 come out of my account, and he'd bought this fancy watch. And he thought, oh, I bought it for a friend as a gift. I was like, no, cancel.
Cancel, yeah, I'm sending that back. That's going back, I don't care about you.
Yeah, 127.
Jenny Sin says, at Flat Cap, a lot of clubs in Liverpool now have ID scan machines to check if it's legit. Stuart says, Jay's machine is connected to the government database, DMV, etc. Vaping Irish, I haven't read this, so it's probably going to be rude. At Flat Cap Vapor in the US, things like ID and driving license have a database. I believe not every state is on it.
I've never seen an informative comment from Irish.
I haven't. I was quite surprised then. I didn't read it before it. I just saw Irish. I thought it was going to be something about Jenny Sin's boobaloos or something like that. That's what it normally is, isn't it?
So it's online shopping that's a problem still, isn't it? Because kids can still get hold of cigarettes easily enough, can't they? And you can't buy them online.
No, that's true.
So
that's very true.
They stood outside off license, dodgy ones, and there's a shop open. I don't know if it's still open because I haven't been down there for a while. Just at the top end of Bentley, and it was like one of these foreign shops, you know, like where you can get like Polish gherkins and all bits of different foods, which I do quite like them sort of shops, so you can try different stuff. But I remember walking in there with Louise, and he says, "Do you want any cigarettes?" I went, "No, sorry, I don't smoke." And he didn't have any cigarettes behind him. They were under the counter cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can sort of imagine what's happening there. If the kids are going in there, they know where to get the cheap cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they're probably snide.
To be honest, there's still people going in for kids as well. And that's what happens with vapes, isn't it? They go in for the gear.
Jenny's got a good point there. Basically, Jenny thinks it should be like a universal identification system. Put your ID on the app so shops don't see the documentation. It should be universally used. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because obviously you can trust PayPal. It's been around a long time. Gaily Bob says if kids want something, they will find a way to get it. We all did. Yeah, you're right. I still feel that there's a set of people out there that obviously with what's happening out here nowadays, over the last couple of months with the virus and that, you can see what sort of idiots are out there. You know, like the ones who are going online going, they're not going to stop me going out, and I'm going to have a party in my garden with all my mates, and they're having to be dragged off the street.
Oh,
People are going around and coughing in people's faces.
They're still looking at each other walking up and down here and shaking hands and all sorts going on. Unbelievable.
It's just stupid that people just can't get it in their heads.
Speaking of shaking hands, I've got a bargain challenge for you for next week, Salford. my local electrical wholesaler emailed me today to say they're selling 100 ml of hand sanitizer for £7 a bottle.
So, Gav, I'm going to make.
Why don't you make your own?
Well, yeah, but I
Got
don't.
any isopropyl alcohol?
Oh, yeah, we bought the gear to make it. I mean, plus we don't really need that much at the minute now, do we? Because we've got to stay at home. But why are they selling it for £7 a bottle? Like, why? Everyone, it's just bonkers.
Because everybody's profiteering out of this.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Even my local electrical wholesaler, who've never sold anything of the sort, are selling hand sanitizer.
How many people or how many online vape shops are selling hand sanitizer or move production to hand sanitizer?
Yeah, bonkers. And masks.
Just good off it. Just while Darren Roberts is in there, he's actually just opened a vape shop. Unfortunately, bad timing. I think it was a couple of weeks back. He signed all the contract and all this where we had to go on lockdown, and that happened. I'm not quite sure if he's got his website up and running yet. But please, I don't know if Darren can do that or Gailey, somebody put his link in there or put it in the comments afterwards down below. Go and show some love to him. Just felt a little bit sorry for you having to set a vape shop up at the time when this happens. It's sod's law, that, isn't it?
Yeah, nightmare.
I have heard that a lot of these grants that the government have saying that they're giving, a lot of people having to jump through a hell of a lot of hoops to get them. Yeah. And obviously the self-employed, I was talking to a lad who was trying to apply for universal credits. I think he was, and this is no word of a lie, he was saying like you were like the 100,000 person in the queue.
Whoa, blimey. Yeah.
That's just, are you going to get through that day?
Yeah, and then you've got to wait until June. I think a lot of these financial plans they put in place, they don't really come into effect until maybe too late. Maybe too late for some people.
That for me personally, that's what I'm actually having to happen with me, is because they have to look over my accounts for the last 3 years, work out how much, because they're doing it on profit, not turnover as well. They're doing it as on profit, and then giving you 80% of it, and they're going to pay you as a one lump sum. And they said the latest it'll be June the 1st. I don't think I'm entitled to you can get a disruption grant because you have to have a rateable value. I'm still looking into it. I don't know about if you've seen any more about that, Flat Cap.
No, I've just sent an email to my accountant. And just said, what can you do?
Your business is based at home and your house must have a rateable value. So therefore, the room that you use for business should have a rateable value.
That's the sort of the way I looked at it myself. So I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more. I think it's only just starting to roll out now, isn't it?
Yeah. But there is some nice things as well. Like my brother, my older brother's got the letter to say he's got to stay in. But then the local council have been sending him like food and stuff.
They bring me every day, mine.
Oh, they do. That's brilliant. Yeah. And in some of the local community stuff, we had a letter through the door today from obviously some people local that have set up a little mini organisation, and then they've got people who are kind of looking after certain areas. And if you leave this poster out by your door or you ring a number, someone will pop round. If you need anything, they'll go and get it for you. You know, it's all you just got to pay them for whatever you want. You don't have to pay, there's no charge for it as such. So that's brilliant that people are.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
I was thinking of ringing myself.
I said that's off to my brother because him and his local shop, he's his friend. He's actually put his prices down. And my brother and him are out there delivering and making sure people that need it get the food.
It's like another free home delivery service.
Yeah.
No, he's good. He's good. My wife didn't think it was funny.
It is nice. These sort of like times, it does sort of bring the community together. The ones that are really nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It is amazing that people are doing it.
We've got a page in Salford, and the naming and shaming the properties and boycotting using them shops.
Absolutely.
Have you seen them? They're charging £10 odd for toilet paper.
Yeah,
But they're not thinking about the long run, are they really here? Because all these people, all right, they might have to buy it and pay them prices, but when it all comes down and it's all back to normal, they're going to be thinking, I'm not going to that shop because it'll go around the village, so they're just going to ruin their own business.
Yeah.
Profiteering. I mean, there was one up there, wasn't there? And the toilet rolls was £1.99 for 4, and they wanted something like £7.99.
$7.99.
That's like getting a KFC off of Just Eat, isn't it? You bang up all the prices.
Yeah.
But they know what they're doing, don't they? Because you know when you get that KFC, I want that gravy sort of feeling in you. You'll pay that extra £2 of the delivery charge.
Have you seen them though? Have you gone to like your local McDonald's or KFC and all the delivery drivers just like hanging around inside, and then just driving off, and delivering? Bonkers.
Well, you've got like this. I'll tell you now, I've got a conspiracy about Uber Eats. If anybody's ever had Uber Eats, so they pick your order up from McDonald's, bring it to your house, and you pay them, I think it's something like £3.50 for it. So, plenty of times I've opened mine up and there's only like about that many chips in it. I swear what they do from every order, they open it up, take an handful of chips out of each one of them, and then they've got their own meal.
Yeah, probably.
I swear people are doing that to I got to look, they've done it again.
Oh,
Old Abdul, who's driving his taxi, he's nicked me fucking chips.
Yeah, he's licking his fingers and then he's eating your chips and he's got full of Corona.
Yeah. He hasn't even brought me any beer. Yeah, that's another good thing as well. Uber Eats are doing free meals for NHS. There's a few like that. Didn't you say your local Chinese or something doing it?
Well, Pud said to me the other day that the hospital have had like Greg's meals all the time, Domino's deliveries, all sorts of stuff turning up all the time. So by the sounds of it, all the NHS staff are getting fat.
I think it was fantastic what happened last week, Thursday. Everybody went out and clapped the NHS. It was quite nice. Everybody did it here. Everybody were out. You could hear it for ages. Everybody clapping and that.
I'll be honest. I didn't know it was a thing. Like I saw a post on Facebook and didn't think anything of it. And then the next thing, my missus texted me, "Are you coming out to clap?" And I was like, "Well, no, I'll be right." Next thing, there's fireworks going off. There's people cheering the whole street. I was like, I felt well bad.
Well, I was a lone crapper clapping on the crapper.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
Why were you clapping though? Because you'd finished, or because of the?
No, for the NHS, I thought I'd show willing, even though I was on the loo.
Because that's what I'm doing in a minute.
You've
Every
run out
time.
of toilet paper.
That's what I'm
You're
doing.
going to get it off your hands somehow, aren't you?
I got plenty of toilet paper. It's on the way.
Just touching while Pud's in there, I have put a bit of a vlog out. Obviously, if you've not heard, I am joining the UK Vape show, which me and Pud are going to be the permanent casters. I'm looking forward to that. This show's staying as normal. We're not moving anywhere. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good giggle with Pud.
I'm really excited to see how you three kind of evolve over time. That's going to be the real good thing about it, is seeing this show, because it's, you've got to class it as a new show. So seeing the three of you kind of like what we've kind of had to do, and I think we're still doing. You kind of create a new bond between the three, although you all know each other. I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of you guys evolve and create this new show. It's really going to be good fun.
It's obviously, you're not, like I said in the vlog, you're not gonna get that. They sort of came together at the right time, the right people, and it was such a great chemistry on that show between all four of them. You're never going to get that again. Like I said on the vlog, it's a bit like the Top Gear. You're never going to get like the Clarks or anything like that. So yeah, it's a reboot. It's going to be completely different, like it was when Gwen was on it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good giggle.
Jenny just said, you can tell by my face, I'm still annoyed at Vic for stealing my co-casters. Yeah, well, I must, Vic's got good taste. What can I say?
Say his name and he appears.
There he is.
There you go. You say his name and he appears. Not Big Sodian. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It is going to be nice, all three of us. I'm shitting myself a bit about the build.
Pud beat us last time. Last time we did one. Pud's a dark horse.
I've got some little tricks up my sleeve as well.
What's that like?
Just do single coilers all the way.
Here's one I built earlier. Just vape and then it's just
coilers.
built.
They'll all be Blue Peter ones of yours, won't they, Aidan?
It's done it and then just get two of them and then slide it over quick. Nobody'd see. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good giggle. You'd be mad to turn it down. And I get on really well with Pud. Obviously, we've had plenty of times at the expos where we've got the same sort of sense of humour. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh. It's not a build off, Aidan. Each host does a build on their own, and the other will sit back and take the piss out of them. That sounds brilliant. So it's Pud every week then, by the sounds of it.
Are you sure you just want to keep it to an hour and a half, the show, and maybe not two, so I can at least get the coils in properly?
Just get a massive 38mm RDA, you'll be fine.
Yeah, ginormous coils.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the Watts Nano. Been done in 5 seconds, that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good giggle.
Do you know when it's starting yet?
Back end of April, Vic was saying. So, yeah.
Brilliant.
We've got a few weeks, until I can start practicing.
Can I do a little plug for this Saturday as well? Do you mind?
Yes, I was going to mention that, but you can do it.
So this Saturday on the Saturday Night Vaporwave channel, we're doing a big evening full of guests. Vic and chat's gonna be there. Aidan, Dave, Salford, Pud, loads of people. I'm putting up the thumbnail so everyone can see. Just a big show and just a big, with all this lockdown and all the madness, everyone's kind of coming together and want to, have a bit of fun for a couple of hours. We've got some little games planned and all sorts of bits and bobs. So it should be fun. Hopefully, should be good laugh. So come and join us.
My brother's on there as well. BFG.
Yeah, Jules in there. Stevie, loads of people. Mike's Mex. I could go on and on. I've just put the whole list up, so you want to see who's on there. And we're going to have probably about 9 to screen at one time. People have been jumping on and off.
So get yourself some beer in, sit back and relax and have a bit of a giggle because that's what it's going to be.
9 till midnight. Yeah, come join us. Yeah.
Because there's crap all on television. I don't know how many Columbo repeats I've watched.
Well, we've had that Disney thing where you pay monthly. We've had it for about a week, and I swear we've watched every movie on that twice already. So, yeah, I'm running that stuff for the kids.
Have you watched The Tiger King yet?
No, I haven't
the
watched
documentary from Netflix. If anybody's ever, haven't seen it out there, go and watch it. It's about a bloke who was in America and he run a zoo with tigers and stuff, and it ends up turning out like he tries to go and order somebody to do a hit on this other woman. But it's just quite funny as it all goes through. The thing I like about Netflix is the way they do it is they put the whole thing up all at once, so you can like binge watch it.
Yeah.
Not like Amazon where you have to wait till the next week till the next one comes out. I just like where you can just binge watch it.
Watch the whole thing
all at once. Well, I think we've covered our hour, haven't we?
Yeah. If you take out all the hiccups, yeah.
I'm sorry, people. It happens now and again. It's one of them things. We thought we had it all sorted, but it all went a bit potato. We will sort it out for next week. Please, Benny Vapes is on. If you want a bit of mixing, get yourself over to there and put Hagtash, Fireman Sam. Also, True Vapor as well, isn't it?
True Vapor special one tonight at 9:30. Some more of the auction to go. So if you're into spending a bit of money and adding to the fund, come over to the True Vapor Misfits channel and get bidding on some stuff. It's a special from 9:30.
9:30. So before we go, we've got to do your quote of the week. Come on, Salford, what's your quote of the week?
You know what? I haven't even got one up. All I'm going to say then, wash your hands, stay at home. That's all you're getting.
Wash your hands, you mucky buggers, and stay at home. Say goodbye, Salford.
1 minute. For them who've run out of toilet paper, they can use their hands, of course, because then they have to wash their hands, don't they?
Yep.
Simple as that.
Well, they don't have to, but they should.
But it's not good because if you go to pick your nose, it's just not good. That's just made a lot of people sick. Right, I'll get a bye as well. Right, guys in chat. Without you, we don't have a show. I say that every week. Without the Spanners looking after us, we don't have a show as well. And of course, a massive thank you to Gaz, for his contributions, and to Little Bro Vapes, who keeps it going with his yo. And of course, Gaz, technical problems this week. We're doing really well, aren't we?
We know we do pretty good on this show.
See, we're not used to it on this one. Not mine on a Friday. I'm used to it every week, so it don't make any difference.
It's my fault. Since I've been on the show, it's all gone tits up, innit?
Thank you, Debbie. Go on, Salford. Salford, flat cap.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. All their wonderful I still can't get over Irish with a logical contribution. Sensible, serious adult contribution. I'm not.
You mean a non-sexist comment?
yeah, nothing about Puddle Jenny. But no, thank you everyone so much for joining us. Sorry about all the hiccups. Really appreciate all you guys all joining us. And thank you to you, lovely gentlemen, for joining me and having me and being my friend.
Having you?
Being my friend.
That comes later.
Thanks, I've had you.
Thanks for being my friend.
You got a friend of me. I think there's quite a lot of people who'd quite want to have you as well, I think you've got to be one of the sexiest vapors out there.
I don't know. Ask my wife who disagrees.
I think they should do that. I think, like they have the rear of the year, don't they? I think ESIG Click should start doing the sexiest vapor.
Oh, can you imagine the grief that would cause, though? People get well upset.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny, yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you did it a bit like Miss World, so you had to do a bit of a talk and that and dress up.
And wear a bikini.
Well, I'd look good in a bikini.
Yeah, it'd be worth a try.
Last time I wore one of them on the beach, you kept trying to throw me back in. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this week. We will be back next week, same bat channel, same bat time. Big thank you to everybody in chat. You are a bunch of stars. Big love to the Spanners for looking after us. And one last thing to say, people, keep them. No, I'm not doing a review, so we're all right. Make sure you join us next week. Big love to everybody. Please stay safe, wash your hands, stay indoors, and don't forget to watch us on Saturday night. Good night,
So if I press this end button, that probably won't work. That's how much of a nightmare this show's been, isn't it?